Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and it is time for another episode of Would I Lie to You? There are 15 series of this show, including the one coming out in the coming months. 10 or more episodes per season. There's 150 episodes of this show, but I feel like I'm watching it so quickly. Like there's so many that I want to see. I'm working my way through the Bob Mortimer catalog right now. After that, maybe I'll even put it to a vote in the comments section or something. But we'll pick another comedian to follow their appearances. And I have a feeling I'm going to see a lot of this show in a relatively short period of time. And it's just so much fun to watch. I'm already starting to think about what the next British comedy panel show is that I ought to be watching. I will do Taskmaster whenever there are new episodes of Taskmaster to watch. It's my favorite. I love it to death. Wilty is fast becoming a number 1A for me as far as British comedy goes. It's great format. I love that it's basically just comedians taking the piss out of one another. But sooner or later, there's going to be a time where I need to fill in a gap. And do I do 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown? I've watched a few episodes of QI. And I love it, but I'm not sure it would be a great show to react to. Same with Big Fat Quiz of the Year. I'm not sure. You know, I do love my trivia. I do love taking quizzes. I've actually have a history of appearing on quiz shows. You can decide whether that's true or a lie. I'm not sure if it's the right kind of format to react to. We'll see. But I'd love to hear your recommendations in the comments below. I'd also love if you could hit a thumbs up, subscribe, maybe even share this with a friend. The more people who subscribe to the channel, the better it is. The more people have a chance to see these videos, and I truly appreciate it. I'm not good at self-promotion, but I'm doing my best to try and put myself out there. I feel awkward as heck when I'm doing it. Anyway, thank you guys for bearing with me. I know I tend to ramble on these things sometimes. Let's just get right into it. This is episode 2 of series 10 of Would I Lie to You?
On Lee Mack's team tonight, a man who spent his whole career sitting next to a comedy genius. So tonight will be a welcome change for him. It's Bob Mortimer.
Is Bob always on Lee's team? Is that just kind of a thing?
A comedian and actress who's been described as having a bit of Morecambe and Wise about her. Hopefully they mean Eric's quick wit and not Ernie's short, fat, hairy legs. It's Diane Morgan.
I don't believe I know her.
Winner of the Great British Bake Off. She's in such demand that last December she was asked to go to Luton and turn on their Christmas light. It's Nadia Hussain. He's an actor and comedian who had his own show where he cycled around Northern Ireland. Dressed head to toe in lycra is how I chose to watch it. Michael Smiley.
All right.
I have developed a technique to help me deal with annoying idiots.
True.
Lee,
Absolutely
do you want to kick this
true.
one off?
Well, first of all, who do you find is an annoying idiot? I mean, what type of people?
Just, the GP,
The general public?
the general public wind me up from time to time.
Okay.
And I really want to tell them how I feel. And instead of doing that, I scat.
You do what?
You babbity bop bop shawow?
So you must make random noises.
That's a very negative view of music,
Isn't it?
Lee.
That's jazz, though.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So if I'm the doctor, right?
example.
Okay. Well, imagine that scenario.
Okay.
So I walk in. You think I'm going to see? And I go, Mr. Bryden, we've got the results of your test.
And I go, oh, for the bappity bam, when you're in the finish,
Pow! It's an STD.
I feel like that was written just to make him scat.
always vocalise it. Otherwise, if I don't let it out, it might turn into a hemorrhoid.
I must say, that explains a lot.
Well, imagine now,
Let it out,
I've
David,
made
let it
you
out.
angry, okay?
Perhaps he's giving you an STD.
At least have the decency to say I've given it to him via his wife.
Wow.
Bam, 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 bam.
Sababla-boop-bop. Sababla boop, 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 bah.
This is really weird.
I don't know. Why are you getting so upset in the first place? Why don't you just be like me and just really lay back? So we're going to say, you'll say true, you're going to say lie.
Lie.
I'm going to have to go lie.
Oh, ye have little faith. It is the truth.
Really? He was convincing, but I felt it was just a writer having fun with him.
I once dumped a boyfriend because I didn't like the way he fell down the stairs.
How often had you been pushing him down the stairs?
I just hid his wheelchair.
If you've been affected by any of the issues raised in tonight's show...
We're leaving his flat. He loses his footing on the steps, makes a little scream, and he just fell. Well, I asked him if he was all right, and then I sort of made a mental note to cut him out of my life.
So what are you going to...
I think it might be true.
Say
I think it's a lie.
Say
I think it's a lie.
Diane, truth or lie?
It is actually true.
Oh, jeez, I'm sucking. I am so bad at this game. I'm second-guessing myself too much.
To celebrate her last birthday, Mary Berry and I went 10-pin bowling.
It was the Hollywood Bowl.
Hollywood wasn't with us, though.
Why did you not invite? Did you not get on?
No, not really. No, he just don't like him. He's,
And do you go out a lot with Mary in your spare time?
No, because it looked like she let me win, so we can't really publicly
What, you
say-
mean that, the bake-off?
Yeah, it would just look awful, wouldn't it? That look at her having a great time with the winner of...
Did she let you win? I think you have to trust Hollywood and Berry. I mean, they could be just going, say she's the winner, she'll take us bowling.
While we were bowling, we had lots of food kind of brought over to us. So we had lots of chips and nachos.
Lots of
and-
finger food.
Yeah.
Always makes you think, what's in the hole?
Yeah, so you kind of...
This is definitely filmed pre-COVID.
Why do you think it's true?
It
quite a
sounds
dull
pretty
story.
innocuous. It's quite a dull story.
It's a lie.
Ah, jeez. I'm like so uncalibrated right now.
Please welcome this week's special guest, Michael.
Michael, what's Michael to you?
This is Michael. I once punched him in the face because I thought he was a ghost.
This is Michael, and after cutting his hair, I got a job on a campsite as a hairdresser.
This is Michael. Together, we helped free a donkey that had trapped itself in the cubicle of a seaside toilet.
I was backstage at the Theatre Royal Bath.
And what were you doing there?
I was in a play. I'd been told a ghost story about this.
Where
that the
was
Theatre Royal
Michael?
Bath is haunted.
What was the story?
Well, that the theatre was haunted. So then I'm standing in the wings. I turn round and I thought it was the ghost because of the hair. And I sort of inadvertently punched him. I did ask him why he was kneeling on the bookcase.
Yeah, I imagine at that point he was also asking you why you hit him.
Yeah.
You cut Michael's hair, and this was on a campsite.
Yeah.
How did you come to... Because you're not a hairdresser, are you?
I'm a hairdresser, David. Yeah, I'm the youngest of 4 boys, and in my family tradition is that the eldest is a priest, then a lawyer, then a teacher, and then a hairdresser.
Priest, lawyer,
So it fell
teacher,
to me.
hairdresser.
Take up the scissors. I was given my first set of scissors when I was 13.
I actually had a pair of scissors when I was younger than that.
No, these were Japanese steels. These were Yasakis.
Oh. Oh, wow. He says that with such authority.
Michael, or Mickey, as you know, Mickey the drink. He's...
Why is he called Mickey the Drink?
He was one of the first people that I ever gave a haircut to. I go to the World Cup in Spain. There was Michael, Billy the Pigeon. We were on the campsite for the England fans. I, as always, gave Mickey his haircut. He rushed to the cafe that we're in and threw a coin like that. could have damaged anyone. Luckily, it went straight in the slot machine and won the jackpot. And before you knew it, over the course of the next 10 days, I probably did 50 to 60 haircuts.
Was there a signature style? It was the early 80s. Were there mullets going on? I mean, what was the look?
It was a feather.
A lot of feathering.
Where I'm from, it's called the foffer.
Oh, it's a lovely look.
Layered at the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you still cut hair now?
Oh, not so much now, Rob.
That's a perfect answer.
I can't do the new cuts.
I can't do the new cuts. Oh, man. I would get my hair cut by Bob Mortimer just for the entertainment value of having him talk for an hour.
This was last year, believe it or not.
Last year.
Only last year since the last series and why it hasn't cropped up so far.
Were you summer seasoning?
Summer seasoning? I'm not a juggler.
Or were you giving a keynote speech at the Conservative Party conference?
All right, I was doing a summer season.
What sort of loos are these?
Public toilets on Blackpool seafront. The donkey is in the cubicle.
So
Right.
he reversed in, did he?
No, he didn't reverse in. The toilet reversed up to him. Because the other fellow went out. He said, I'm not dealing with it. I've got to go.
I'm just the one that's here to explain the scenario.
The guy said, I'm not dealing with this one. I've just got a leopard out of the sink. You can do this one. So, but it just didn't work. We could not get this donkey out.
Right.
Died. I say donkey, I mean fat bloke. I remember, I was just...
I believe Bob again.
See, when I heard
Bob and the
Diane's story,
haircuts.
I thought that was a lie. And then I heard Bob's story.
50 haircuts in a week, paid in egg sandwiches.
I'm from a family of hairdressers, and I just don't think you can do
my,
Rod
she's
Stewart.
from a family of
one pair
hairdressers.
scissors,
Did you have more than one pair of scissors with you?
No, my response to that, Nadia, is a family of not very good hairdressers.
I'm going with Diane.
Yeah.
Going with Dan.
I'm going with Bob.
My name is Michael, and Bob gave me a haircut and a cancer.
Possession.
Right, under the desk is a box. So pop it on the desk very
It's
carefully.
like a cake tray.
I've recently got into baking, and here's a cake I made yesterday, especially for David.
Let's have a proper look at that.
Oh, okay. That is not world class. That is not Ace of Cakes. It's pretty darn good.
I made the sponge.
How do you
first.
make a sponge?
How don't you make a sponge?
How do you make a sponge?
Now let's do it how.
I wish he had made this, but it's clear he hasn't.
What temperature did you bake it at?
The room was room temperature at the time.
It looks like cake and it tastes like cake.
But it acts like a carpet.
It's dry enough for me to believe that you might have made it.
Was it the truth or was it a lie?
Well,
It's a lie.
We think it could be true.
Well, actually, it is in fact a lie.
It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that David's team have won by 3 points to 2.
The most irrelevant score on any panel show I've ever seen. Just does not matter. Usually I have a harder time figuring out whether Bob's telling the truth or not, because he seems so hesitant at the start of a lot of his stories. But when he gets into the meat of it, you can tell his energy changes a little bit, and it isn't making stuff up, it's remembering. But the moment he said, no, these were Japanese steels, and then he named some brand or style or something, I'm like, okay, this guy actually has haircutting experience. And Deadlock, just a fun episode. I'm going to continue watching. I think there's 4 more episodes of Bob, and he'll probably make an appearance in series 15 as well. And then it'll be time to follow somebody else's journey through the Wilty universe. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.